That's my purse. I don't know you. Hey, drop the chalupa. All right, guys. Well, I'm back today with one of the absolute best high-value made-in-the-USA holster options available on Amazon or really just in the industry, CYA Supply Co. holsters. What we are looking at is some of their base model inside the waistband holsters with some really nice specs and features, 100% made in the USA and veteran-owned, all at an incredibly good price. These generally go for a touch under $40 depending on the model and color variation you select. There are so many different possibilities in their Amazon drop-down menus for almost every concealed carry gun you can possibly think of. Whether it's got an optic or no optic, they're really making a ton of different options, especially at the $40 price point. But you know how we do? We actually talked with CYA Supply Co. I reached out to these guys, and they were nice enough to send over some holsters, and on top of that, create a 15% off Amazon discount code, dropping the price like $33.94. So sub $34 with free prime shipping for a made in the USA holster. This to me is a game changer in the industry, and I'm going to apologize to you guys for not finding them sooner. Now, I was actually looking for a very specific holster for my Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, and I'm always a little bit frustrated when I go and I'm looking at a lot of these overseas options that the tariffs may be taking effect soon and prices start to increase, and I just feel like I'm spending a lot for an overseas polymer holster. I started looking at some made in USA options and realized that CYA was an amazing option at this price point, especially after the discount coming in at $34, because it was practically the same price as some of those overseas holsters, and they were getting some really good reviews on Amazon. For instance, the one I'm looking at right now with the Black Bolteron holster, this generally has about a 4.6 star rating on Amazon with over 8,000 reviews. So it is not a new company, and these guys are truly mass producing, made in the USA, good quality holsters. And that's one of the main reasons why their price point on these holsters is so low compared to other made in USA options. They're not making like each one by hand with like a press mold or these guys are doing it industrial style. They know exactly what they're doing. They've streamlined their processes. And when you streamline processes like that in a manufacturing environment, not only do you get a more affordable product, but you get a more consistent product, you get better quality control, and you get better options when it comes to just high value holsters in general. So I'm really glad to be working with these guys. Now, the three that I've selected are the SIG P365 XL optics ready version, the LCP2 version for the LCP light rack that I have, and then the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Now, again, these are 100% made in the USA, and the cool thing about these inside the waistband holsters is the fact that they all have the adjustable tension screw right here, which works out really well, and it's nice to adjust that tension for exactly what you want, depending on the stiffness of your belt and what pants you're wearing and the retention with the gun that you have. And they also have adjustable cant inside the clip itself, allowing you with this slot right here to adjust the cant of that and then clamp it back down. Now, these clips are rock solid, so you don't have to worry about them sliding around, and you can get the cant perfect, whether you're appendix carrying or carrying offside to maybe your 1 o'clock position or 3 o'clock position. And then this particular 9mm has two tensions right here on the holster itself. Now, let's take a closer look at the fit and finish of this holster and why I really fell in love with it, especially over some of the other options that are available on Amazon. And this is actually made of 0.08 thick Boltaron. Now, Boltaron is a competitor of Kydex. Both of Kydex and Boltaron are going to be good materials to make holsters out of. They both have very similar mechanical properties, similar machining characteristics, as well as same kind of characteristics once thermoformed into a molded holster or whatever the case may be. They're high impact resistant. They perform very similar to Kydex, but I actually like the finish of this one just a touch better than some of my Kydex holsters because it's just a touch smoother. Now, the rounded and smoothed out edges are, they are super smooth. You do not feel any sharp edges. Everything about these holsters is rounded and smooth, and that really lends to comfort, especially when they interface with your body. They also cover up all of the critical components like any holster should. The mag release cannot be actuated in this holster. No matter how hard you press, you're not going to hit that mag release. It truly protects the trigger guard. It doesn't allow the ingress of a lot of particulate. Now, this particular version is the optics ready, so you can run an optic on that SIG 365 XL, and the retention is really good on this holster. Another cool thing about these holsters is they come in a few different finishes, like the FDE or the black or even this carbon fiber looking finish, and they're all going to be available on Amazon, and there's actually some gems to be found when it comes to pricing. I found one of their holsters as low as 21 something, and I believe my discount code still works on that one, with like a teal color variation for a pistol that people weren't buying much. So if you dig a little bit deep and you're one of those deal hunters, that's going to be a good option. Now, the clip is a nice solid clip in these holsters. It definitely has a lot of room for those thicker belts, but it also works on thinner belts as well. A very crisp edge on the end of that clip, so it allows you to kind of slide that in with this super nice lip. It automatically just kind of lifts up really nicely to go inside the waistband, but then locks into place, so it's not going to be a flimsy clip. And I just love all of these holsters. Now, for me, finding a holster for the LCP light rack was rather difficult. And I've been using this as like a camp gun, like a hiking gun, a backpacking gun, or like even a bug out gun, something like that. And having a nice little inside the waistband holster for it is pretty cool. Now, this one I don't think was specifically designed for the LCP2 22 light rack, but it was designed for the LCP2 and it fits the light rack perfectly. Again, love that holster setup. And then my go-to, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. This is actually my go-to concealed carry handgun right now. It's either this or the 365 XL, but to be honest with you guys, most of the time after this Bodyguard 2.0 came out, especially in the summertime, this is what I'm carrying. 10+1 rounds, good safety on that guy, great trigger, great ergonomics, and 11 rounds of 380 with a extra mag that can go up to 12+1, 13. Nah, that's nothing to laugh at. So this holster works out great for that. And this has actually been my concealed carry setup, this exact setup this summer, or I guess this spring still technically. It feels like summer out there, since I received the CYA holster. The draw was great. It's very easy to reholster. The other cool thing about these guys is they have some really nice tapers and smooth edges inside. So it's virtually, it's impossible for it to snag the trigger going in. Now you can see how it funnels the gun in right there, and then it just locks into place and then just forms around it. The quality of these holsters is definitely great. And then you also get that satisfaction guarantee from these holsters and that lifetime warranty. They stand behind their products. They have that 100% satisfaction guarantee with a no questions asked return policy and a lifetime warranty. Made in the USA, good quality, good feel, good fit and finish. Again, I apologize for not finding these guys sooner and negotiating that discount code on your behalf, but for about $34, just a touch cheaper for some models after my discount code, this is a no-brainer. I like them. I think you will too. All the information and discounts will be in the description below. Thanks to CYA for sending these out and creating that discount code. Looking forward to trying out all of their holster options in the near future. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What holsters from them you want me to try out next? Have a good one.